Yale is the birthplace of collegiate rowing in the United States. We're blessed at Yale to have this space, no question. Few people know that Payne Whitney was actually a rower at Yale, and when he passed away, his widow wanted to build something in his honor, so she built the Payne Whitney Gymnasium. And of course, the only appropriate, the basement here are 3 sets of rowing tanks. This building was built in 1931, circa World War II technology. These rowing tanks were state-of-the-art then, but still remain amazing today. And anytime someone's building a boathouse across the country, they come to measure our facility to see if they can replicate these tanks. And usually the end result is they cannot do it. Moving water, you can see the water in motion. And the whole concept of this is to simulate an 8 moving up to speed. So we'll actually row with the flow of the water to simulate the boat getting lighter and lighter. Many programs have rowing tanks, but they're not propelled. For us, this water is actually propelled by 2 ship propellers that are 1 story underneath us, pushing water up massive tubes to the top. If you look at the finish line buoys, that is a 2-story holding tank of water, like a huge swimming pool. And then it's gravity fed at the top of the troughs coming down. So we can regulate the speed of the water. If we want it to go faster, we turn the dial up, obviously, and that pushes more water up, and boom, it comes down faster. One of the other great benefits of these tanks are the ability for us to coach one-on-one with an athlete. So any given day when we're on the river, I ride in a motorboat, they're out in a rowing shell. We can't come in contact, it's all verbal. Here we can get our hands on the athlete, adjust their position, make sure that they're using the blade properly. Go ahead, sequence out, nice, long, good. And then if I don't like the way she's sitting centered in the boat, I can move her from side to side, center her up, make sure that she's strong in her position, and then go ahead. So any given day, you know, the rowing stroke is like anything else. It's a repetitive motion, and we get stuck sometimes with bad habits. And so the hardest thing in all sport is breaking bad habits, and this is a great place for us to work on breaking them down. And the function of the mirrors, when you're on a river, again, there's no mirror around. There's nothing. We often videotape on the water and then can look at it quickly. But for immediate feedback in here, Lily can pause at body over, and then she can look to the side and check her body position, make sure she has the angles correct. She has the mirror straight in front of her as well, making sure she's square, and then she can move forward with her stroke. In this facility, we can row on the machines, we can put them on sliders so we can have them movable, we can row in the tanks, we can ride the spin bikes, we can run on the indoor track, we can swim in the pool, and we can lift our weights. There are many different ways to train throughout the winter to keep it from getting boring. You know, rowers are often known as the hardest training athletes on most college campuses. As far as training goes, there's no better setup in the country than what we have. And this, the rowing tank in particular, allows us to do things technically that we would not be able to do without it. And it really enables us to get to the next level as a team.